Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For this cycle, I guess you would call it, I'm going to use the Awaken Tarot. I haven't used this one in a while, but I do like this deck. I think it was created like a group effort because it's got team, I always mess up the name, RYVE, so Reeve. And there's myreeve.com at the bottom if you want to check that out. So that way if you like this deck and you want to check it out, feel free to do so. There's that. The Oracle cards I'm going to be using are Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Big fan of Sandra. And the website, that's why I got the book out. The websites are, am I on the right one? Yep, there are a bunch of Hay House websites. Feel free to freeze frame and go into any of those you're interested in. Sandra Ann Taylor, I think there's something on the back here too, so I'll show you that. Feel free to freeze frame and check out any of the information. I think there's a website at the bottom, or there's a Hay House Radio link there or something. And the last part is I do use dice. For the major arcana, I use a 22-sided dice. I use 22 as 0 for the Fool, and then, up to 21 is the World. And then I have a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and then I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element. And Math Art Fun, I think, is what the website is. If I get that close enough, hopefully you can see it. mathartfun.com if you want to find the dice. Alright, I think we're good with that. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and now let's go on to your read. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? I thought I had this all set up before I even hit that button, and now for some reason, I'm all like, nope, it's not right. What's that about? So we'll find out. Oh, got a lot of love around you. Why are we doing the face? We're doing the face down thing. Okay, so I don't know why I'm doing them all face down now, but there we go. So there's things that need to be corrected. There was a plan. Whatever this is, you thought you knew what you were going to do. And it's not that you didn't know what you were going to do, it's that something has changed here. It's kind of like, we're going to go on a family trip. We're going to do it in a couple months. And I'm not going to drive, but I'm going to ride with so-and-so. Aunt Belly. Aunt Belly, why not? Aunt Belly, right? Aunt Belly, I don't know. But then it gets closer and Aunt Belly's going, oh, no, I'm not going to drive. And you're like, oh, am I supposed to drive? They're like, no, you can go with, Aunt Tina instead of Aunt Belly. Okay. But then again, it's like, it just changes how everything was going to work out. You're like, but yeah, I thought we were going to have more room. I was planning on bringing certain stuff. Going with this other person is fine, but there's people that were already going, and now I'm getting kind of stuffed in that car. And you're like, should I just drive? Should I, what should I do? Should I just say that I'll just drive? Should I just drive on my own and then maybe offer to bring a couple people if somebody's car is too overpacked or something? Should I just do that? I don't know if I really want to drive all that way, but maybe it's better if I do. Stuff like that. And it's kind of like, this was supposed to be all set, but then it just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out. People were changing their minds, or either they were changing their minds or they didn't tell you what they were actually going to do, and it just didn't work out quite right. It didn't seem like it was that big at first, but it's kind of like, the closer I get to it, you're like, I don't really want to drive, but I feel like if I drive, I don't really want to do that drive, but I'll be happier with the outcome. I'll have more control about when I'm going, when I'm coming back. I'll have more control about how much I can bring and where I'm going to put it in the car. I'll have to also, put the car somewhere and, pay for it, or, make sure I have a safe place to get to it. But overall, it'll put more control in my boat, and it'll be more comfortable. It'll be more work, but it'll be more comfortable. Maybe I'll do that. And I feel like it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to do this. I don't really want to do it that way, but I'm going to do this. And I'm getting like, I really don't want to, but it is going to work to your favor. And I keep getting that energy, like, I don't really want to do it this way, but this is how it's turning out. You're taking that leader role, and you don't really want to, is what I'm getting. It doesn't mean you're leading the whole thing, because you got these two cards together. And it's like the page and the king together is very interesting, because it's kind of like taking a leader role, but going along with the crowd at the same time. So it's like why I'm using that family vacation thing. Like, I'm not saying where we're going and all the other stuff, and I'm not even leading the caravan, but I'm deciding that I'm going to drive my own car so I can have more control over these other things, and I can, like, get there when I need to, and I can leave when I need to, and I can have more control about that. It's more work, but it will be ultimately more comfortable for me. It's perception. What is this? The Angel of Love. Like, I know it's a good card, and I really like the colors on it and all the other good stuff. I'm trying to go into the next level of it, but my easiest, it's too simple. It seems too simple. They're just like, find a way to love it. But like, I feel like that's really simple way to look at it. It's kind of like, focus on what you like, the control you're going to have. Maybe not total control, but the things like focus on what you do like. And they're also saying amp it up. Amp it up. Like, for example, if you're driving and you have like a certain genre of music you like, or maybe you want to listen to an audiobook on the way, maybe you want to try that out, let people know if they're going to join in on your car, as like they want to come with you, like, all right, but I'm going to be listening to this audiobook, so like if you're looking for a chatty conversation, don't choose one of the other cars. I'm looking for the quiet people who want to listen to the audiobook and just kind of like do that. Come to my car. Like, I'll take the people who want to be quiet, who just want a quiet ride and don't mind listening to an audiobook the whole way. Come with me into my car. Like, if that's how you want to do it, or like let people know ahead of time. Like, I like, for example, maybe you like a certain genre. I like 1960 rock, or maybe 1950s jazz bands. Is that what the 1950s was? Whatever it was. Maybe you like the 1920s, whatever it was. Maybe it's something special to you, whatever. I'm going to be listening to this the whole way, so if you don't want to hear that, don't come with me, because I'm listening to this the whole way. But for those people who like that, come to my car. We're going to do this. Make it, like, amp what you like up. Amp it up, so you can, like, enjoy this to the most. It'll help negate out that, like, I don't really want to do it this way, but I guess I'll do it this way energy. It'll help you with that. There's more energy coming out. Especially with Virgo, you're very stable, and I see Virgo as, like, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. Unless somebody literally gets in your way, this is how I want to do it, this is what I plan to do. And if you put that energy out there beforehand, because I feel like you might have a little window that this is how you're going to do what you're going to do. If you have that little window, I feel like you'll gather the people who also match that energy. There's a baseline energy, which I like it. They use pink and red on this one, I noticed, for the first chakra. When that chakra is in balance, it can be a very pleasurable energy. It can be a very good energy. When it's out of balance, it can be very desperate. By going into it and, like, amping up what you like, it definitely solidifies it as a pleasurable energy, but also a foundation, a pleasurable foundation. Like, my feet are here, and they're going to stay here. You know what I mean? Amp up what you like. Amp up what you like. Okay, so there's a lot of love around you. I know we already talked about this. This is going to keep coming in and out the whole time, but the Ace of Cups is around you the whole time here. So that's a good energy. Ooh, yeah, and people are finding abundance with you, so people are liking it. So there seems to be a very positive energy around this, a very positive, good energy around this. Okay, so I feel like we're going into when the next phase actually kicks in. Like, again, that started off, this is what I thought was going to happen. This was my plan to do this. As we get really close to it, people are like, no, that's not how we're doing it. We're doing it this way. And you're like, all right, I'll make a decision. I'll take control of this little piece of it. It's more work, but more comfortable. I'll do it. Now the next phase, when it actually like hits in, right? All right, so I have to flip some cards here. I don't know if it's good or bad just yet, because I'm seeing a one card that's rough and one loud truck if you didn't hear it. Maybe you didn't hear it on camera, but I heard it. So this is, okay, this is central. There might be some conflict here. All right, there is conflict here. Let's do the dice for this one. I haven't done the dice yet for you. Like, conflict isn't always bad. At the same time, though, it isn't always good either. It's rarely neutral. Somebody's unhappy. Okay. I wanted to see this in a better light. I think that's my problem with your reading. I keep trying to, like, put more positive energy in it, but there are some things around the situation that are just going to be a problem. And I feel like it's better just to see it for what it is. So I don't know why I was trying to not see it this way. I don't know if this matches the energy for you at all. But there's going to be people who just want to be a pain in the ass. And I feel like maybe these are some people that you don't want to see it that way. Maybe this is a once in a while thing where sometimes there's those people that they're in a bad mood. And when they're in a bad mood, they just like to make other people feel bad too, which is a really trashy energy in my opinion. It's kind of like, if I'm not happy, why should you be happy attitude, which is really toxic. I mean, I feel like that's obvious, but it could be somebody who, or more than one people, it could be somebody who's a troublemaker and that's just what they are. Could be people who feed off of each other. You know, you have those people that certain people come together and just, they create problems. Like, they're fine on their own, but when they come together, they're problematic together and they pull people in. Something like this. Somebody's definitely trying to cause problems. It's not solvable. Okay. So, when I'm saying somebody's trying to cause problems, like either they're in a bad mood and they just want to make other people feel like crap, or they're troublemaker energy anyway, or when they come together with certain people, they become a troublemaker energy. It's literally they're trying to create discord. Like, they want the conflict. So, by you trying to, like, smooth it out, they're going to fight against that because they just want to create more conflict. They're thriving with the conflict. So that's why I'm saying it's not solvable. They don't want to solve it. They want to make it worse because they're enjoying the drama. That's where I'm going with this. So, realizing that, because I got this card backing it up, and I'm just like, well, that's fun. That's fun. It's basically saying it's complicated. People don't want to be untied. People are just, it's becoming more and more. It's say all tied up, all tied up. Yeah, it's a mess. So, the advice here is to not try to work it out. Don't talk it out. Whoever these people are, if you can, you probably are going to be able to identify pretty quickly who these problem people are. They're just going to be a problem. So talking it out isn't going to solve it because they don't want to solve it. They want to make it worse because they're enjoying the drama. So what to do with it, right? What to do with it. Continue on your plan and keep an eye on it. Like, when I see this, it's kind of like I'm keeping an eye on what's going on, but I'm continuing with my plan. I'm not talking to it. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm not helping. I'm not offering to help. Don't offer to help. I know that sounds mean, or it might, but like people that are just hell-bent on creating problems, let them deal with their own problems because it's going to get pretty deep. And then when they have to dig themselves out of that hole all by themselves, they got exactly what they deserved. I wouldn't feel bad for them. I'm just saying. Keep an eye on it because, like, you know, all right, that hole's getting really deep, and now you're scaring me. So, like, hold on. I mean, you're ticking me off. I don't like that you're playing that game, but let's stop digging that hole and, like, let me see if I can find some people to help you get it out of that hole because you're making me nervous now because it's gonna fall in on you. You keep it up. Also, by keeping on your path, it's kind of like, well, you know what I mean? It's almost like at the last minute, if we're going to use that family vacation, like a couple people are like, no, I didn't know Virgo was going to drive. If I know Virgo was going to drive, I would have went with Virgo. This isn't fair, blah, 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 blah. Don't offer to bring them in your car. Do not bring that energy into your car if you don't have to. If they were already in your car, Well, if they were already in your car, if there's two of them, try to get one of them out of your car. That's for one, if you can. Otherwise, realize that they're going to be what they're going to be the whole way, and just try to disassociate from it as much as possible. I don't know what to do about that. That's kind of like, hopefully you don't have to have it with you. You want to keep your eye on it, but you want to keep on your path. You want to keep on your goal. Keep going on your goal. We don't want to talk about it. We want to keep our eye on it. And you want to keep going. Don't let it change your direction. Don't let it change your path. This is like, you're an earth card. You're an earth card. You're an earth energy. You're an earth sign. We got there. You're an earth sign. One of the benefits of earth, and I know how this is going to sound, but I'm going to say it anyway. Resilience, mistaken as stubborn. Resilience and stubborn are very interesting. It's basically holding the line, and like, you have a goal and you're like, nope, this is where I'm going, I'm walking and I'm going, and if you don't want to go, you don't have to, but you're not holding me back. I'm going, and this is where I'm staying, that's where I'm going. People like to, I feel, weaponize that as like stubborn. It's not stubborn if it's working for you. Let's just be fair. It's the same energy. Resilience, stubborn, same energy. It's just, the difference is if it's working to your benefit or not, you know? So if you want to use the word stubborn, use that. You want to be stubborn and hold to your goals, and they're like, you're stubborn, you're being stubborn, Virgo. You're like, yep, I am, and I'm going to be. And just hold to it. Let them use that word. Empower that word if you have to. You're an earth energy. Be that. Be that stubborn. If you want to use the word stubborn, resilient is actually the word I'm thinking, because this is going to work to your benefit. Be that resilience. Let them call you stubborn, whatever. Keep holding to your goal. Keep holding. Don't let that derail you. Because you have good energy coming out here. Ooh, you do. They're face down cards, so I was like... By holding on, you will have to make some quick changes, but I feel like they're already in line to where you were going. The quick changes I get is kind of like... It seems like they're minimal quick changes when I keep getting... Because you're getting this Queen of Cups energy. Women holding a heart is very much a Queen of Cups energy, in my opinion. It's almost like, you know, the family vacation, we were going to go to this beach. We still go to that beach, but maybe like somebody didn't bring the food they needed to, but you're like, oh, it's all right. I saw a grocery store on the way here. Let's just, let's make a quick list. What type of things do we need? I'll pop over to the grocery store. We'll get some of that stuff. But it's also kind of like, the reason I feel like it doesn't bother you when I'm seeing this is kind of like, all right, since I'm the one going to get it, I'm definitely going to choose some of the things that I want to get. So, I mean, I don't really like the lack of planning, but at least this will go to my advantage. We got to eat either way, so I'll just work it to my advantage. As well you should if you end up going to get the food, I'm just saying. I wouldn't even talk to it. That's another thing, I would just keep moving. Because I feel like if we're going to use the family vacation, I feel like it's something like that, like, you know, oh, we left half the food back, in the fridge. I forgot to even take it out of the fridge. Well, at least it didn't spoil. But we're here now. We're clearly not going to go back and get it. What are we missing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll go to the store and, we'll get some of this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. But you get to get what you want. It's fine. Because I feel like it's in line with things that were going to happen anyway. Maybe you weren't going to have to go get that food anyway, but you were going to eat anyway, if you follow me. It's kind of like, all right, we'll make it work. It'll be fine. Overall, if you go this way, you should be happy with the outcome overall. I feel like when you are all done with this situation, so like the family vacation is over, if we're going to use that, you're home, you're thinking back about how it went, I feel like overall you're going to be very happy with how it turned out, and kind of like, you know what? I liked the driving thing. The driving thing worked out more to my benefit than I thought it was. I'm actually happy with how that worked out. I might do that again in the future. It worked out well. I liked how that worked. It was actually more comfortable for me. When problems arised, I could just, move through and fix them myself. I didn't have to wait for somebody who had a car to make this decision. Since I brought my car, I could offer to go, fix this situation and get it right off the problem list. I liked that better. I didn't like having the problems, but I liked the fact that we could just address it, deal with it, and take it off the list. I like that. So you'll probably look back going, you know what, I like that it turned out that way ultimately. It actually did work out better. I mean, definitely, Virgo doesn't like the lack of planning. I'm not thinking you're going to like that at any point. But the way it turned out, I feel like you're going to look back and go, you know what, that actually worked out for the best. And again, I see a lot of love around you and a lot of bounty around you, so this does work out. This is a good situation for you. This all ultimately does work out well. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.